let me just say, first off, welcome to the Fresh Air Talk Show. Today you got me, just me, Bryson Capalini in the studio, but I got Alexander Rodgers that's going to be giving us that 1-2 punch on what's going on with Empire, Episode 7, Season 2. We also going to drop by Lyrical Cafe, and then we going to finish up with a little conversation, part 1 or part 2 of hanging with the homegirl, Zariaunna, Soul Child, one of the hardest working hostesses in the game. So sit back, relax. We'll be back after these messages with Alexander Rodgers. Kick back and chill. Let's go. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Without any hesitation, I'm bringing my man, Alexander Rodgers, holding it down. You can catch him on YouTube this week doing a recap on Episode 7, Season 2 of Empire. Tell us what you know about it, Alexander.
So Taraji's getting her groove back, and they're planning summer jams and cookie cookouts. Oh God, the way Lucius is talking about music like he can actually rap, it's just, well, it's nauseating. Oh, here come the GOAT. So these niggas is running Cookie's pockets. Aw, Cookie, you should have stayed with the security guard from last season. That nigga almost took a bullet for you. So Lucius goes to see this old music guy who's got a ton of awards. They sit down and listen to that Boom Boom Bang Bang song, and he says, this isn't the hit. I needed to go deeper, and I agree, that is not the hit either. But the fact that everybody's responding to Fantasia Loaf as this, oh, she's really got something. Do you think she's all right? None of the people on this show are musically gifted enough, I feel, to have their own career. Jamal fooled us for a minute last year, but that minute is up. Mirage à Trois. So now we see one of the Latina heifers is running for Beyonce, and one girl's about to get Farrah Franklin on down to a Michelle Williams position. So for Empire to bring in some more money, they're going to start streaming music. The lesbian heifer votes for a merger, and Andre says, no, now you don't want to do that, but you know pig-headed Lucius, he don't believe fat meat greasy. And then he told his son Andre, you better get down and sling that schlong to let Frida free. I don't give a fuck if it is a gang charge.
I swear Lucius must have got to this minister, because Andre's minister telling him, look, go on and fuck that girl. You gotta do what you gotta do on the battlefield for the law. So now we got Jamal and Cookie working behind everybody's back. Ooh, this nigga insulted Lucius's lyrics, and he said, mama gonna knock you out. So everybody's telling Hakeem that his senorita doesn't have the star power. And I believe it. Kelly Rowland looking for her bullets. Too late, sis, you should have been shot Beyonce. So now Lucius finds out that his son got the living room session he wanted. Hakeem really trying to make this happen. Okay, so she starts singing I Will Survive in Spanish. And I don't know who the fuck these New Yorkers is, because we ain't got time for your bullshit. You might get an okay sis if somebody passes you, but ain't nobody stopping the groove unless you in the subway.
Oh, please, that bitch would not gotten that kind of applause. I've seen talented people sing at Hudson Plaza, and they ain't get that type of recognition. Oh, these niggas is, you gonna be adding to the morphine drip when you trying to negotiate. Okay, heifer. So we can tell that the hot Latin guy has raised Hakeem's child intuition, and he warns his mother, honey, I don't see it for him. God's the GOAT again. Oh, so now Lucius is at the afternoon session and he's hearing this song and he's like, I ain't do this shit. Oh Lord, Kelly done found one of her bullets. Okay, so the lead Latina is finally acting like a Beyonce and not like a Michelle Williams. They gonna run a train on this bitch? Really? She looking like, well, a living's a living. Girl, don't be looking at Terrence like you want that button of a penis. So Lucius walks in on the lesbian on the secret phone call with somebody, and he cusses what he thinks is her girlfriend out, but I don't think that was her girlfriend. I think she plotting against Mr. Lucius. Lucius said, we gotta get back to this threesome. I guess Lucius got some powers where he could be getting lesbians to dabble in his pool. And that's a shallow fucking pool. So now we see that the black girl they was gonna run the train on has a tattoo of a gun on her leg. And boy, that looked like a fresh press-on tattoo. They need to up their tattoo budgets on this show because these tattoos be looking real fake. And so now Lucius goes to get his mama's old gun because he been having flashbacks about Kelly Rowland. And so he has Frida come in and work on this boom boom bang bang song because now he's like, it needs some gun sounds. And that was the Tide episode. It didn't really give me much this week, but you know we gonna be here. Well, I will see you soon. Something.
Yo, thanks so much for that, Alexander Rodgers. Appreciate you, man. So let's go on and see what's going on when you're on the grid and want to get a little poetry in. You go down to the Lyrical Cafe. Let's see what they got going on over there.
Heartbreak opens unto the sunrise, for even breaking is opening, and I am broken, and I am open. Broken to the new light without pushing in, open to the new possibilities within while pushing out. See the love shine in through my cracks. See the light shine out through me. I am broken. I am open. I am broken open. See the love light shine through me, shining through my gaps. My spirit takes journey. My spirit takes flight. Cannot have risen otherwise. And I am not running. I am choosing. Running is not a choice from the breaking. Breaking is freeing. I am not broken. I am free. I smile because I love that poem.
And we love that poem too. Thank you so much. Lyrical Cafe, look it up. If you need somewhere to go, get your poetry on, get your spoken word, open mic, it's all going down right there. Up next, I got the pleasure of talking with one of the hardest working hostesses on the grid, Zariaunna Soulchild. Had to call the people. Okay, call her peoples to see when can I get an interview. She couldn't make it to the studio, but I was able to get her on the phone.
Hello?
Hello.
Well, hello, and we have, it's such a pleasure. Like, I don't know this woman's rollers. Let me just make sure I don't step on any of them. I got on the line, you know, we caught up with Zariaunna Soulchild, one of the hardest working hostesses on the grid. She is my sis, and, you know, it's just cool to be here talking with you. But we're not talking about the hostesses thing, you know. I recently got engaged, as you know, and, you know, it's interesting how things happen. I've heard stories of how things happen. Some people look at it differently than others. You know, what's your take on all of that?
Okay, well, I can relate, Big Brother, because I too, well, I didn't recently get engaged. I recently got married, probably about 2 weeks ago, and it was a surprise to even me. And, it was how everything went down. And, oh, my gosh, it was so beautiful. And, we were having a casual conversation and laughing and joking as we normally do. And then all of a sudden he said, check your email and change your name. I'm like, what?
Wow. Okay.
He said, check your, then, I could hear the smile in his voice as he said, check your email and change your name. So I checked my email. Oh my God, so dang near cried as I changed my name. And Luther Vandross Here and Now was playing on the stream while all that was going down. So, I mean, it was just perfect timing.
Nice.
Yeah, my take on that is this. People are going to feel however it is they're going to feel about what it is that you're doing. I don't know what it is about SL, but people seem to have a problem with other people being happy.
Right.
And you just have to do what's best for you and what feels right to you. And then everybody else is either going to follow suit or fall back.
Right. That's true. That is true. I mean, it's just one of those things where and don't get me wrong. I mean, it's always things could be handled differently. That's always the case too. Maybe the way that things were done, they could have been done differently, so it wouldn't have been such an issue. But at the same time, the ultimate at the end of the day is, hey, this is the person I want to be with. This is who I'm with. And, hey, you don't have to like it. That's fine. But this is what I'm doing. This is who I'm with. So, dealing with, the backlash, all that, because there is backlash too.
Right.
But the point is, I think it just makes you stronger once the backlash is done, and, you just kind of, people get over it. Like, yeah, okay, whatever. That is what it is. I'm moving on. As long as the unit between you and that person can still maintain it and keep going and stay strong, then it's all good.
Absolutely.
I mean, but now with being married and stuff, how do you work in the hostess thing? I mean, you was doing like damn near four events a day, and then you know what I'm saying? You got your little bathroom break and lunch, and boom, now you back in there working again, I thought SL had some kind of like payment plan, or they got some, some health insurance set up for you and stuff. I'm like, yeah, they got a union on that there or something.
Well, I actually got to back up because there was once upon a time where I was doing 3 and 4, sometimes even 5 sets a day, and every day, Sunday through Saturday. And, there was a time where I hosted for 7.5 hours straight.
Wow.
But it took a toll on my body in real life, because I actually sit up and be alert all that time.
Right.
And so I decided to, to take a step back for the simple fact that, anytime your SL is a pastime, and anytime your pastime starts to feel like real life work, it's time to take a step back.
That's true.
So that's what I did. So but how does hostessing work into all of this? Well, the interesting thing is that the name itself, Z Fatality, has a story behind it as to why I changed my name to Z Fatality over probably nearly 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. And I said that, when I find someone who is, who's there for me, who's down for me, who's got my back 100%, then Z Fatality will die and Zariaunna will reemerge. Well, that's what happened. But I've been Z Fatality for 3.5 years. So that's what people knew me as. So when I'm hosting, I still got to be Z Fatality because don't nobody know who the hell Zariaunna is.
Yeah, that's true.
And I had to explain that to my husband because he knows the story behind the Z Fatality and he knows why, So I have to, I'm like, honey, look, it's just a stage name. Don't trip. But he kind of stays away from most of my sets because baby don't like to see the men flirt with me and whatnot. But I'm like, well, if I'm not flirting back, don't worry about it.
Right.
But if he's uncomfortable watching it, then he's right to stay away. I really don't want him to, but if that's what he feels like he needs to do, then by all means.
So then what would you say is the secret to keeping the relationship working on SL? I mean, with SL having all the different issues, when I say issues, I mean guys and ladies, okay? There's more ladies than there are guys. There are more offs of those ladies as well as guys. There's all. So, I mean, how do you keep it going? How do you keep it fresh? You know what I mean?
Okay, well, first of all, you got to build up a trust and confidence within each other. Because if you go into a relationship and you already don't trust the person you're with, it's doomed to fail anyway.
Right.
As far as keeping it fresh, hey man, whatever y'all are into.
Shoot, here we go.